What advice did you follow that everyone thought was stupid? My grandfather once told me, buy old watches that nobody wants anymore. I laughed when he said it. I was 23 and had just started earning good money. Everyone around me was buying the latest smartphones, expensive sneakers, and luxury accessories to show off on social media. But my grandfather called me into his room one evening. He opened an old wooden box filled with dusty vintage watches. Then he picked up one old Rolex and said, I bought this for almost nothing 40 years ago. Today, collectors are offering me more money than I ever imagined. He smiled and added, trends change, but rare things only become rarer. Those words stayed in my mind. A week later, instead of buying a brand new sports bike, I started searching flea markets and estate sales for old watches. Within a few months, I had bought several broken pieces. Some didn't work at all. Some had cracked glass. Others looked completely worthless. My friends thought I had gone crazy. They laughed whenever they visited my apartment. Bro is collecting garbage, one of them joked. Another said, who's going to care about old watches when everyone uses smartwatches now? Even my parents thought I was wasting my savings. But I kept learning. Every weekend I watched repair videos, studied serial numbers, and learned how collectors think. Slowly, I started noticing patterns. Certain limited editions were becoming impossible to find. Original boxes and papers made huge differences. Some brands had tiny production numbers that most people didn't even know about. 5 years later, something unexpected happened. Luxury watch collecting suddenly exploded. Celebrities started showing vintage pieces online. Collectors from around the world began paying crazy prices for rare models. One old watch that I bought for just $800 sold for nearly $40,000. Another piece sold for enough money to cover my entire apartment down payment. The same friends who once mocked me suddenly started asking for investment advice. Today, I own a small vintage watch business and a